Hello, friends. My name is Charmaine from Two Witch Isle, and this is another Witch's Cauldron. This year's been rough. I kind of feel like I got kicked in the gut. So I've been struggling with keeping myself on track and doing the things that I need to get done. What I do to combat that is by making lots of lists of things to do. Now, when I make a list of things to do, I make sure everything, no matter how small, is on there because I do forget to do a lot of things these days, including my meal times, my medication times, and um, and just like overall self care. Everything goes on that list. Taking a shower, getting dressed for the day, getting outside time, as well as things like laundry and dishes. And then there's, of course, appointments and things that I need to get done in regards to my health or finances. I have a to do list. I do not call it a chore list because I feel like chores makes it feel like it's something negative that needs to be done when these are actually, well, everything on my to do list is really items to keep me healthy and to keep me going. Why do I keep a clean kitchen? So you don't get disease from gross food messes and bacteria. Why do I wash the dishes? Because I like to eat off of clean dishes. Why do I do laundry? Because I like to wear clean clothes. I like a clean shirt. I like to smell clean. There are reasons why we do these things that we may label as chores. So I don't like to use the word chore. To-do list works very well for me. On those lists, though, you really should have something that is just purely for you, whether it's 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, something that is just for you to be present. Now, that can be coupled with a chore. Say, I got to take a shower, but I need to do my mindfulness too. Mindfulness is a way to be present in the moment. Well, then I'll take a mindful shower. Now I'm taking a 10-minute shower. Well, okay, 5 to 10 minute showers, depending on how long I'm in there. And I'm turning that into mindfulness time because I'm not going to allow my mind to wander and do other things. I'm going to focus on cleaning my body, washing my hair, all the things that I do in the shower. And I use that as my mindfulness time. So I make sure that on that list, I'm doing some sort of mindful activity that I can be present and in the moment in. That way, I'm giving time back to myself to be just myself without the pressure of what I need to do next or anything from the past that's still bothering me. When I first started my mental health journey, like everything was on the list. And I find myself almost in the same boat where everything needs to be on my list again. I have alarms on my phone for meal times. I have alarms on my phone for medication times. I have a list of things to do that includes all of my appointments for the day. It includes making sure I get to sit and work on my channel. There are items on my list that are, take the garbage to the curb, clean the cat box. There are a lot of different items on my list that need to be done. The main thing about this list is that you have plenty of items on it to cross off. The cross off is where the benefit is. At any point in your day, you can just tell yourself you're going to do one thing on that list. You know what? I'm just going to hit my to do list and do one thing. Um, I personally try to have a list that lasts about 3 days. That way, I have plenty of things to do. And I'm not under the pressure of having to complete that list right away. Of course, these lists don't work for everyone. For me, it works great. It may not work for you, and that's fine. What I do know is that I love to make a list. I love to cross things off that list, and I love to get to the point where I maybe have one or two things left on that list, and I'm turning the page to start a brand new list for the next week. And I'm adding all of the things I didn't complete. And if there's only one, I feel like fantastic because I feel like I really accomplished something. And that's what writing up lists is all about, is being able to feel like you're accomplishing something. And then you know what? At the end of the month, you can look back, and if you do week-long lists like I do, you will see that you have 4 pages of a bunch of stuff crossed off, some things carried over, and you can see where your problem areas are. And maybe the next week when you're ready to write up your list, you'll maybe try to do some of those things that you've been putting off because you keep seeing them return on the list. For me, it's anything that involves a phone call. So I need to call to make an appointment for a tetanus shot, and it involves a phone call, so I haven't done it yet. And I know that's a hang up problem area for me. So as I've gone through this month of January and that one keeps popping over to the next list, I know that's one that I need to get on top of. And that's what I really like about having these lists, is that I can go back and see where I get hung up the most. And then I try a little harder there. I try to be a little more disciplined there by saying, okay, I've put this off like 2 months in a row now. It is time to call. Yes, it takes a little self-discipline, but just like anything, it's practice. Write some lists. You know what? If you don't complete everything on it, don't beat yourself up. Just make a new list for the next week. Try a little harder the next week. Ask yourself which of these items needs to get done to make my life better. Because that's what it's really about, is making life better for yourself. And that's what I am consistently working on. And I hope you are working on it with me. So until next time on the Witch's Cauldron, this is Charmaine. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest, and we'll see you next time. Light and love.